Hello, 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 you guys! It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? I missed you as usual, as always. So my readings are for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the lovely, amazing, fierce Leos. What's up? What's up? What's up? So today I just kind of wanted to just go in with it. Normally, first off, thank you for the love, support, the comments, everything. I'm truly blessed for everyone that's reached out to me on my Instagram, did I say Instagram twice? On my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, any other means that you found me, thank you. I am truly blessed and truly honored to be able to do this for you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Normally I will have predetermined questions, predetermined like what I'm gonna do. Today's reading, Spirit just said go with it. Whatever comes up, comes up. We're gonna talk about it. So anything can happen from love to life. Okay. So oh, before I start, so there's a couple of pre-cards that I saw in the pre-shuffle. Sorry I didn't pull them out. I just saw triple ones on the clock. Which is funny enough because for the cards I saw, so I'll get into that. So I saw the karmic card, I saw the divine timing card, um and I saw so those are the two cards I saw last, and then the first cards that I saw was yes and refocus. So I feel like some of you are going through a situation where you're dealing with a karmic partner and you're wondering, when is this going to end? Like, when am I going to go past it? When am I going to heal past this? And Spirit is saying that, in divine timing, it is going to happen. To have patience. There's still things that you need to learn in regards to the karmic partner situation. Now, I'm not saying that when it comes to the karmic partner situation that you are meant to be interacting with them. It just means that there's still certain things that you need to go back and learn. If you are still interacting with them, all means your choice, what you want to do. So whether you are or aren't, either way, there is certain lessons that are still needing to be learned from that situation. But yes, it will end. It will not continually happen, unfortunately. As much as you will think that this person is the one for you, they are the karmic partner. Um, when it comes to the refocus card, I just feel as if when you refocus your attention into a different light, then you'll be able to see the truth of the matter. It's like, say example, you're like, well, this person's the one for me. They have everything that I want. It's all that I wish for, yada, 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 yada. And it's just like, they're the one for me. If they're the one for you, then you wouldn't have to question it, and they wouldn't have to question it. They would be in your life. Everything would be working out for you. When you have trouble and things that are going on in this situation, and it's like, it's almost like pulling out teeth to have to stay with the person. In those type of situations, the more that you try to hold on to something that's not meant to stay in your life, the more that there's going to be resistance, the more that there's going to be pain. So try to let go and let be. You know what I mean? Let go, let God, as they say. When it comes to the situation, everything is happening the way that it's supposed to, as much as it doesn't feel that way, as much as it feels as if that it's happening to you instead of for you. It is actually a gift that is coming to you. And sometimes you need to have something that is traumatic to happen in order for you to actually see the light of the day. Just like we see, for anyone that's like celebrities that passed away, just like how we had Kobe and we just had Nipsey, two really strong, big, people, beautiful hearts, beautiful souls, taken away from us very early. It feels that way, but in the light of, even though they did so much in the presence of them being here, they've also shifted another set. Like, so anyone that may have not followed them on their career path when they were here, I can tell you they gained 20 times, a million more times people that are following them as in their death. And a lot of times people are like, well, this person's just going for the hype. It's not even like that. Sometimes and there's things that we just can't understand. And in someone's death, there's lessons that you can learn. I know a lot of people from Kobe They are going through the situation of, understanding that, always working hard sometimes isn't the best thing to do. Sometimes you do have to take the time to step back and be with your loved ones, because you never know when they will not be here anymore. You know what I mean? And, with Nipsey Hussle, the lesson that I got from Nipsey was, just, keep pushing forward, keep dreaming higher, keep thinking of, the hustle, the marathon, like continue to grow, continue to help, continue to develop and be that inspiring person. They both had that mentality of go, 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 and also to give as well, not only to just reap the awards, to also help inspire people. And that's why they had such a huge shift in the world when those two had passed away, because they had such a high vibration and they were here on this earth to do something even more. So even in their deaths, they are inspiring millions and thousands of people that may have not even got the opportunity to know them. So understand that everything happens the way that it's supposed to. Keep pushing forward, keep going for it. Sheesh, I think that's the longest intuitive message I've ever had before I pulled up cards. Anyways, let's get into it, Leos. Let's see what's currently going on. Excuse me. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords card. I do feel a sense of getting control of the mind space is one of the main things. And what I love as well is, you see how they have the clock here in her hair? It goes back to the same thing at the Divine Timing card. I don't want to go through the deck to show you, but in the Divine Timing card, in my deck, it actually has a clock itself as well. And it's just kind of repeating of, things are working out the way it's supposed to. Right now, the best thing that I can say for you, for whatever situation you're going through, whether it's career, family, love life, the best thing to do is get your mind space proper. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that you don't have things together. Just clear away the fog. Take time. Even like journaling can help you get rid of all the clutter. Helps you when you're holding on to something so strongly, which I really feel from your reading, is it when you're looking. So say example, you're looking at this little thing that says believe, right? If you're standing like right here, you probably would only see the L. But as you take a step back, you slowly start to see the E, you see the B, the I, and the further you stand back, the more that you'll see the letters. But if you have it all the way up close to here, you only see so much. Do you know what I mean? And as you take it back, oh, okay, so it says believe. Oh, okay, and there's a star, and there's all this. It's the same mentality when it comes to certain situations. Sometimes you're too close to see the true value of the situation. So to help you, you can definitely go ahead and declutter your mind with journaling, with meditating, with even like writing poems and singing and stuff like that. There's so many different ways you can definitely clear your mind and clear your headspace. Try something new. If you're normally used to always just randomly just pulling out a journal and writing just whatever comes to you, try making a poem. Try making a designated topic and making a poem. Try singing your lungs out, Just try different things. Try, watching motivational videos for a person you've never seen before. Just getting different types of mind space, rewiring your mind. Jeez! What else is going on, Leos? See? Guys. We have the Page of Swords, which is the Thoughts card, and we also have the Five of Swords, mind games, and control. I really do feel like whoever is resonating with this, like I said, any category, love, everything. It's just a matter of the mind space. Your thoughts need to be cleared. You need to be able to see the truth of the matter of whatever it is that you're going through, what's really going on, And when I feel from this Five of Swords card, I'm not trying to say that a person is manipulating, which it's very possible that a person can be manipulating you, and no tea, no shades, boo. You can be the smartest person on earth, and someone could still find a way to manipulate you, and you don't even see it. And a lot of times, sadly enough, the people will take your kindness for granted, and that's a lot of times how you can get manipulated in situations. But one thing that we don't realize in ourselves is that we also play mind games and we also manipulate ourselves as well. So I do feel like, in a sense of, you could sometimes be telling yourself one subject and it can actually be what's hindering you in your life. So say example, you Let's just say, as you were growing up in your genes, your mama always told you, your auntie big, your uncle big, so you gonna be big when you're older. So you shouldn't eat so much. And it's a mentality that they trained in your mind from a young age. Not that they were purposely trying to hinder you in life when it comes to your health. It was just they were trying to come from a good place and warn you, like, listen, this kind of runs in your family genes. And then you pick up on that mentality. So every time you go to eat something, you're like, you know what? It's in my family genes to be big, so I got to make sure that I don't end up like that. It may be for your auntie and uncle, but doesn't mean it's for you. And it's like those little things that we tell ourselves, you're not good enough, you can't do this. Who are you to be successful? No one in your family has ever been a millionaire, so who are you to do that? Can you think about that mentality if Beyonce had that, if Jay-Z had that, if Nipsey, Kobe, the list goes on of the amount of people, Michael Jackson, everyone. Can you think of what society would be if those people had those same thoughts and they didn't push forward for their dreams? No. Anyone that told them they couldn't, they pushed even harder. They used that fuel to keep them going. And you want to make sure that you are not hindering you from the things that you want in your life. Every thought, every word, everything is a manifestation. So if you're going out there into the world and saying, I'm not good enough, that's what you're portraying. So every single subject you're going to encounter, whether it's career, whether it's a test, whether it's love life, you're going to always repeat the same thing. I'm not good enough. And at the end of it, you're going to be like, well, why didn't this work out for me? Well, unfortunately, boo, no tea, no shade, but you've been telling yourself you're not good enough for X amount of times, and that's what's been granted. That's what you have put out into the world. I always say when it comes to manifestations, I look at it as like two cups. You have your good cup and your bad cup, right? So positive thoughts, negative thoughts. And say, example, you're like, I'm going to be a millionaire one day. And then you said that one time, within a week. And then the same week you said, well, my family was never a millionaire. How am I going to do this? I'm not good enough. Yada, yada, yada. And you put 5 negative thoughts. When it comes to evaluation time of when things are meant to manifest in your life, it's going to be like, what have you been focusing on most? You put 1 positive thought in your cup and you put 20 negative thoughts. 20 is going to win. It's the higher number. And unfortunately, we don't even realize the little things that we say. Like, when you're just interacting with your colleagues or your friends or something like, oh, oh, my back really hurts, or I'm getting old, or I'm this, or I'm that. You're putting these things out into your mind space. You're putting this thing out into the universe, and you're actually manifesting in your life. So it's very crucial for you to master your mind space, for you to definitely get into your head and see what is it that's not been working out. What am I telling myself? Be aware of your thoughts. Understand how important your thoughts are and the words that you speak, and you will see when you rewire your mind and you change, you will definitely have a new experience in every single category of your life. And I really want to say, taking the time to write things out really helps you. And also, when you take the time to write things out as well, whenever a person comes up to you and they says, well, who do you think you are? When you are so strong in your mind space and in your goal and in your determination, there's no one on this earth, your mommy, your daddy, your uncle, your donkey, can tell you that can stop you from going forward. Think about it. A lot of times, unfortunately, even though they can be people that we love, they will project their own fears onto you because they don't believe they can. But understand that you can always push forward and you can always get what you are meant to get into this life as long as you believe. And understand it's not just only about believing. You do have to take time. You do have to take effort into pushing forward. So we have here free will. We have here surrendering. So what I feel from these two cards, the fact of the free will in reverse is there's a part of resistance that's happening where you don't feel that you can get whatever it is that you want. Each Leo in this situation is going to be focusing on one category, like different categories. Some of you is going to be everything. Some of you can just love. Some of it just career. But when it comes to all of you guys, whatever subject that you're focusing on, there's a part of you that doesn't feel as if that you have the free ability to achieve what it is that you desire. And what I love that the fact is that this surrendering card came out, okay? Surrender, surrender, surrender. Now, I love when this card comes out because I always get to tell the story about Oprah. So I watched this interview, and I'm sorry if you've heard this before, but maybe you need to hear it again. I watched this interview one time with Oprah, and she had read the book, Color Purple. She really wanted to be in the movie. I forgot who it was. I think maybe it was Sophie or Sophia or something like that. She wanted to be that character. And she just like she kept manifesting. She's like, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I really do. And she got this interview, but it was like for this you know what? First off, she wasn't even in the, what should I say? She wasn't even in the like business, but like she was just on TV at that point, so she didn't even have the resources to be going into a movie or whatever. But she's like, you know what? Somehow, some way, it'll happen. And funny enough, the person who was like, I think the director of the movie saw her on TV and like, boom, that's the person I need for this character. But when she got called in for the reading or whatever, it was called something else. It was called like Moonchild or Moon Movie, or it was just a different name. And she's like, well, I've been wishing for Color Purple, but let me go check it out. So that was one thing. She didn't hold any resistance. She said, let me just go in and see what it is. If it's come to me, clearly it's something that I may have wanted. So she went into it and she read the script and she's like, I know this is the Color Purple. They're trying to trick me. So she goes and she auditions and whatever. No call. Like, I don't know if it was like a couple weeks went by or months went by, but no call, nothing happened. And she's so down on herself, and she's thinking, because she's so fat at that moment. Remember, this is her own like words in her head that she's saying she's so big, that's why she didn't get the part. Mind you, I think Oprah is beautiful no matter what size she is. But in her headspace, she was thinking, I didn't get the part because normally they will cast people that are like models or they're like this size, and I'm just not that. So she went to this camp. There was like I think she called it like, it was like a fat camp or something, or just a camp to like lose weight. And she's running on this field, and she's like running in rain, I believe. And she's just running, and she's crying, and she's running, and she's crying, and she's running. And she starts saying this prayer. And she actually said that it was in the Bible. And what she says is, I surrender all. I surrender all to the mighty Savior. I surrender all. And she just keeps saying it and saying it and saying it. Until one point, she actually felt a release. She said it so loud and finally like let go in that moment. The final time she said it, let go. And like 2 or 3 minutes later, someone comes running out and says, you have a phone call. And it was basically the person that called her originally for the part reading. And they're like, don't you lose another pound. We want you for the part. Stop running. And she went, I think she ate ice cream or something like that. Don't quote me. I haven't watched the interview that long. But the point of my story is, there were certain points where she didn't believe that she could get it. And the certain words and the certain thoughts that she had put in her mind from whatever it is that she had from past experience had made her think that she wasn't worthy enough. She wasn't good enough for this part. And actually she was the best fit for the part in the director person's eyes, right? But in her eyes, she was thinking that she wasn't. And that's what I really feel. What's holding you back right now is literally your mind space of achieving whatever it is that you desire in this lifetime, for every single situation, for every single category. So if you want, take the time, Google the actual words, because I may have said the prayer wrong. But like I said, it's very powerful. And I only preach this so much because it has worked for me. And I remember some times where I'm fixated on something and it's just not working out and I can't get out of my mind space. And the more that you focus on lack thereof, the more it's going to come to you. And I just remember just saying it and saying it and saying it. And then, I actually had the release. And I remember, it was something to do with love. Not to get too personal, but it was like this person wasn't messaging me or whatever, and I was just so fixated. I was like, why, not good enough, blah, blah, blah. And I just said the prayer, and I finally released it. And, funny enough, like, an hour later or something like that, the person started messaging me and they told me that they broke their phone or whatever. And I was sitting there thinking like, I'm not good enough, they don't like me, I'm not no model, blah 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 blah. And like I ripped myself a new one. You know, like you're already like down and you'll put yourself even more down. And unfortunately, sometimes we are literally our own blockages. And it's so sad because we should be the ones that have our back the most because it's us. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we will search and we will look for something outside of us to help uplift us when we can do it on our own. Find a way to fill your cup, boo. Anything that inspires you and gives you that cup of joy, anything that you do, whether it's reading, singing, art, you know, dancing, whatever it is that fills that cup, find some sort of time during your week to dedicate. This is my time. This is a slot where I'm not dealing with nobody, I'm not helping nobody, I'm not focusing on anyone except for myself. This one whole hour, I'm turning off my phone, putting do not disturb, and this is just for me. Okay, mind you, I know that there's people out there that are like single parents and stuff like that, and they may cannot dedicate an hour. Try 20 minutes. You know, or even like a 5-minute meditation. You will see how big it is to just have that little bit of time. And if your kid is old enough, you know, try getting your kid to do it. Start them at a young age and help them, you know, go on to the world in with success, and help them with opportunities, and help them with their mind space, the things that you didn't get when you were growing up. And you'll see the amount of power. And I really preach this a lot because I have a lot of people out there in my life where they'll give so much to other people and they won't give to themselves. And I always find that I'm like, literally, I hate that I'm yelling at them. Sometimes I'm like, yo, stop pleasing everyone else. Please yourself. You're burning out. You're doing too much for others. It's great that you're doing this, but you're taking all your time and all your energy to make other people happy. What about you? When is your time? Take that time. Even sometimes just kicking back and reading a book, you know, your favorite book, can be just what you need. You need that break. You need that time away from all the chaos, all the drama, all the stress, all the where am I going to go in the future? What am I doing? I haven't done this. You need that break away. Being able to organize your mind space is really going to help you with whatever it is that's challenging you. So we have here, so let's see what's going on with your blockages. We have here foolish, warning, rebelled, and forceful. So there, whatever this thing that's got you really caught up in your mind space is definitely something that you definitely do regret. It was some sort of situation where you probably tried to force the outcome, and I don't want to say the word rejected, but it's like you kind of got like turned in the opposite. It didn't work out the way you wanted it. And you feel foolish for even trying, for even going forth, whether it's love, career, whatever it is, okay? I just saw 22 and 44 on the clock. So at the end of the reading, I'll talk about the numerology. So there's a part of you that really just is down on yourself for even trying, even going forward. Understand that you cannot grow if everything you do is going to succeed. You need things to fail in order for you to get a new perspective and for you to grow past whatever it is. Mind you, there is going to be things where you do it on the first try and you will succeed, and that is very beautiful and very great, and I'm happy for those times when it happens to you. But what is the main thing is being able to fail and grow from it. And I was actually, before I watched this reading, I was actually watching an interview for Kobe Bryant, and he had said in his interview that he loves failing. And the interviewer was kind of a little confused because it's like, wait, what? No one ever says that, right? And he said that he looks at it this way, as it's a new opportunity for him to succeed in a higher level than before. Don't quote me for the words, but pretty much that was his moral of his information. So what I want you to understand is here with the warning card, that these things that don't work out for you, those things that happen the way that you don't want it to happen, is for a bigger lesson. And if you take the time to really look it over and see the truth of the matter, don't listen to what your ego, your pride, your friends, and everyone is saying. Listen to the truth of the matter. Really dissect it. When I'm going through a situation, I like to take myself out of the situation. Like what I'll do is like, okay, you got Shine, right? Well, because I want to say sunshine, but I got Shine, which is me. The situation, say example, my best friend, and the truth of the matter. What was Shine going through? Oh, Shine was emotional. She didn't sleep, so she was all angry. My best friend, my best friend was bitter because she got into a fight with her boyfriend. So when we came to each other, we just lashed it out and we got in a fight and boom, it exploded. What's the truth of the matter? We both were dealing with things that had nothing to do with the other, and it's unfortunate that we didn't take the time to deal with our own personal situations that unfortunately we lashed out and we struck out onto one another. And when you can take the time to do that, oh man. And I really find a lot of power in speaking to myself in third person. I know people be like, yo, that's Shine, that's kind of crazy. But there's something about it, it's like if you feel as if you're like in trouble. Like I know like we're Caribbean people are like, your parents holler upon you. It's like when your parents yell at you like come here, or they'll say your full name and you're like, ah shit, what did I do? I'm in trouble with my parents. It's like I feel as if that you get that same type of mentality when you speak to yourself in third person. You're able to take the emotional attachment out of the situation and actually see things more clearly. And it's really, really beautiful to do that. So see if you can, boo. Definitely see if you can. So to close out this reading before I get into numerology, what advice does Spirit want to say? You know what? I'm going to say the numerology first. So I saw the ones, triple ones on the clock. I had saw the 22 and 44. I had also saw 24 and 24 as well. If you want to take your own time to do the research of those numbers, you can. I'm going to tell you from my personal perspective as a reader. Ones for me as a reader is all about your intuition. You're encouraged to follow your spirit. You're on the right path. You must listen to your gut and your heart. Do not listen to your mind. Your mind, a lot of times, your ego and pride will get in there and you think that it is a justification for what you're doing, but unfortunately, it's something that's holding you back. What does your gut tell you? Does it feel right? Does it feel wrong? What is your heart telling you to do? What is your heart steering you to do? Listen to your heart and your gut more, and it'll be a lot easier for you. Twos for me as a reader is about right place at the right time. Okay? So understand that right now everything is happening the way it's supposed to. Trust. Back to the Oprah thing. She didn't trust that she was the right person for the part. She got all up in her headspace and told a whole bunch of lies to herself of why she wasn't good enough for the part, and it turns out she was the best fit, exactly the way she is. Focus on the things that you want. Stop focusing on the things that you don't want. The more you focus on the things that you are wanting in this lifetime, the more that you're going to manifest it. Don't focus on the lack thereof. Speak it into existence. Say, example, you want more money. Be like, say an affirmation of, I am so lucky and so within so much abundance that each and every day I have the capability to be able to pay my bills and still have money left over to do the things that I enjoy in life. You didn't put no number out there. You just put a general message. You went like, I pay my bills. Because sometimes people will stop at just paying your bills. Boo, you still want to go shop and look good, okay? So put a little extra in there, okay? Just really get to the time of trying to make sure that your affirmations are not doing it as laughter of like, oh my God, I need more money. No, because in that sentence you're saying, I don't have enough money, I need more. And that's actually every second. That's universe is like, okay, you keep saying you don't have, okay, I'll keep making sure you don't have. Whereas you put it as, I am so grateful and so lucky that I'm able to pay all my bills every single month, and I also have money left over to do the things I love that I'm always taking care of. In that sentence, there is no lack thereof. It's all about, I have it, it's mine, I know it's coming, I have faith, I'm great. And then you want to let it go and put it out into the universe. There's also this thing that I heard one time that for every negative thought you say, you have to say 7 good positive thoughts to counter that negative thought. And one time I said it to a friend, and my friend was just like, why? Why you gotta say 7? And it's unfortunate, but in this way in society, we've been taught so much negativity that the negativity cup has been filled so much, and the positivity cup hasn't been filled as much. So you have to be putting in more positivity and breaking it away. If you are like, say example, 26 years of your life, if you kept telling yourself you are not worthy of XYZ, that's 26 years you've put in a negative aspect. You have to put in the work to put in the positive, and you will see results. Understand that it takes time. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing it, okay? Last numerology number I'm going to talk about is 4, okay? 4 for me as a reader is all about protection. Understand that the universe and your spirit guides are protecting you. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to the environment. If you're in, say example, you have a friend that always just believes that, you know what, there's no way good can happen to them in life. When you go to consult them about something you're going to do positive, unfortunately, because of their own fears, they're going to project that on you as well. So just don't talk about that with your friend. You know, if they ever be like, oh, what you up to do? Oh, just nothing, you know, just doing my thing. You know, keep it simple, keep it moving. Start talking about something else. You don't want to have that negativity come in and portray into your mind. Understand that your friend is your friend. No tea, no shade to your friend. That's your boo ting. You know what I mean? But understand that sometimes some people, they just have a negative mindset, and there's nothing you can do to change that. That's something that they have to work on their own. Get off the subject. Do not bring up the subject with that person. Understand who and what you can talk to. I literally have certain friends where if I'm going through a certain situation, I know who to go to and who not to go to. It's how it is. Just dissect it. So to end off this reading, this is a long ass reading, guys. Let's see, what advice does Spirit want to provide to you? What wisdom can we provide to the collectives? So we have here the Knight of Cups. So definitely an offer of love coming through. And we also have here the Knight of Wands. Whoops. And we have here the 10 of Swords. So what I feel from this is whatever this tragedy, this thing that's really got you down, really got you in your headspace, it is coming to an end, boo, okay? 10 is about completion, cycles ending, things are definitely changing around for you. And I want to say that you're going through this emotion. First, you have to get clear and get out the clutter in your mind, and then you'll see that this pain and this stuff will be over. But right now, I do feel for whoever's watching this reading, you're still currently going through this. This is not yet. But in your future, it is going to come out. It is going to come to an end. Remember, in the preview of the reading, I told you the Divine Timing card came out. You know, the Yes card, the Refocus, and also whoever's dealing with a karmic partner. It's going to end. Whoever's dealing with a karmic partner, you will have that passion and love again, and you will have that loving person coming through. You have 2 knights, 2 set of actions coming through. Someone's gonna passionately get into a love situation, okay? For the ones that are the subject is around career, what I feel is you're going to find what it is that you love. What is it that sparks you? Whatever that you know gets you going up in the morning. You're awake before your alarm, you know what I mean? You're going to get that love again, and you're going to be able to have the passion and the force and the drive to do it. You're going to get the inspiration. You're going to get the, you know, the creativity, the expansion, the visions, it's just like, go, 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 go. You're going to be so on top of your ish. People going to think you're on something. Just tell them, I'm high on air, and I'm going to keep breathing and breathing and breathing. Okay, I want to thank you all for stopping by. I wish you so much on your journey. I know right now it's a little bit of a hiccup. There's a little bit of a sense of like, you know, I'm clogged, I'm foggy, but clear away the clutter. You'll be able to see things more clearly and surrender, surrender, surrender. If you are ever thinking that you are not where you're supposed to be, it's because you're focusing on someone else. You're seeing someone else's success at whatever age, and you're thinking to yourself, I should be here at this certain age. I should have that car. I should have that career. Why am I not there? When you think that you are behind in a situation, it's because you're focusing on someone else's success. Everyone has their journey, and everyone has their time when they are meant to have XYZ. Put away the pressure, surrender, let go, be more kind to yourself, and you'll see when you get more clear, you'll be able to be free, and you'll be able to open up your arms and let go. All you have to make sure is that you surrender in order to get rid of this pain that you are currently enduring. Okay. I wish you all the best. I wish you so much peace and love. Keep your head held high. Keep that chin up. Until next time, it's your girl, Shine. Deuces.